And 17 to all you mofos out there. Happy 2013 too. Look what I got. I have an empty glass. That's not so good. And I've got some brewage, which is really good. You might be able to see that this is sort of under half a bottle. The reason for that is the first time I recorded this video, I cut the top of my fucking head off. No good. I'm using a new camera, which should be better for you because you can see more of my handsome young face here. But I have to iron out the creases, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, before we open this beast, I'd like to show you something else. Dun dun dun! Kilner jar, kind of red, well, sort of wine coloured. In fact, this is slow gin, very slow in fact. Look at that, you can't see through it at all. That. Problem is, my girlfriend, she's diabetic, so we've got to really control the sugar content. So I haven't put any sugar in that. Question to you guys is, should I put sweetener in now, or should I... Ooh, probably hear her coughing in the front room. Yeah, should I add some sugar now, or should I add it to the bottle after I've kind of given it a taste? Apparently, you don't put any sugar in at all. It's absolutely bitter and twisted. And I'm bitter enough, you know, that I had to work fucking Christmas and New Year's Day and New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. I had to work every fucking day for the man. So I'm a bit pissed off. Need to get a new job really, because that takes the piss. Anyhow, let's drink some beer. Lovely beer. Now, first thing I should say is this is not carbonated. I do that on purpose with one bottle of my brews on brew day, mainly for tasting, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, I don't put any carbonation sugar in, so I get an idea of how things are turning out. Look at that, that's pretty clear. I don't know if you can see, it's quite dark, shall we say. It's not really dark, but it's I call that a nice amber. Alt beer, it's meant to be old beer. If you're in Scotland, you'd call it old heavy. A pint of old heavy. Get to fuck you. If you're the big man, Big Secure, shout out to you, brother. Harry69, shout out straight at you. Hoppy Brewer too. You guys have been cheering up my days. While we're at it, Bobby Meyer, she's always on my side. Cool. Loving you, bitch. Okay. Let's drink some of this stuff. Well, there is a very pronounced kind of vanilla. I can't really detect many hops. But as you well know, this beer was royally fucked up. Not intentionally so, because believe it or not, this is my first full all grain from scratch. Done loads of mini mashes, stuff like that, loads of kit brews, done wine, done cider, done loads of things. This is the first of the all grains, and I messed up. I boiled it too hard for too long. I boiled most of the water off, so I had to add more water in. It's a joke. But hey, life is a learning curve. So, you know. Yeah, there's definitely malt. Not so much on the hops. Very vanilla-like. Let's do some. 17. Quite pronounced on the alcohol. Can taste it up front. That vanilla is really coming through. There's a whiskey reviewer called Ralphie, Ralphie.com, from the Isle of Man, but he's from Govan, I think. He's a Scotsman, and he always says what you can smell transfers to what you can taste. They're linked together. So yeah, that vanilla The vanilla aroma is definitely there in the taste. It's quite dishwater-like, and I like that. I like my brews like dishwater. Things like Directors, I like that down the pub. Courage Best, any pint of Best. Youngs are a bit more fruity. Don't usually go for Youngs. I like dishwater, so I can drink 5 or 6 pints, still cycle my bike home, if you know what I'm saying. So, sorry about that. Remember that cold I had a couple of weeks ago? My missus has got it, and it's on her chest, you know what I mean? Heavily on her chest. Okay, that is really nice. Really nice brewage. I've got a couple more of these bottles with a little bit of sugar in. I think I put one carbonation drop in per bottle. And the thing is, it's still a bit squidgy. And I was talking to the big man, Big Secure, about this, and even though you got a yeast in suspension, that's probably not enough. So it's going to take a while for it to carbonate. Hey, I'm not too bothered about time. You know, got some brews in the fridge, got some sloe gin that's going to take ages. Going to do another hop cider soon. Going to try and get that on the video, because cider's too easy, man. If you've seen that Craig video lately, about a month or two ago, easy peasy, and he did a turbo cider as well. I'm going to do a similar thing, but a little bit of a different take on it. You'll see soon. It's going to be a hop cider too, but it's going to turbo it in a slightly different way. See how we do. Anyway, guys, look forward to that one. Let's try some more of this. Yeah, very dry. Little bit on the sweetish side. Not sure why that is. Might be in this strain of yeast I tried. I did an SO4, is it? SO4. The Fermatech one anyway, the blue one. Really good. Really strong fermentation. It almost bubbled up through the top. It was really good. It was done within a week. Seriously, the whole brew had stopped within a week. It was really bubbling away. Well, you saw it. You check out my videos before this. It was churning away, churning away. Got that much sediment in on the bastard. I think this all grain stuff is probably the way to go, really. You can get fresh ingredients. Problem is, I haven't really got big enough space or big enough pots to do a full batch. I know Harry, sometimes he does a double batch. He gets two fermenters going because he's got some crazy keg boiler setup. Dude, I've got to speak to you about that at some point. I mean, holy fuck, that's just ridiculous. At the moment, for me, it's just boiling a pot on the stove. I've got a reasonably big pot. It's about sort of, I think it's about 10, 15 litre pot. You know, pretty big. But it's not big enough to do a whole batch. Unless I want to backwater it down. But I don't really want to do that. So I might be doing a few smaller batches. Maybe 10 litre batches. Stuff like that. Until I get myself sorted. Anyway, I thought this was going to go really wrong. And I was going to get a really disgusting pear-shaped brew. It's not perfect. But I'm quite happy with that. I think if I put a lot more strike water in, I'm talking maybe 2 gallons, maybe 2.5 gallons. Turn the boil down a little bit, just so it's sort of simmering away. And make sure I open the window so the whole room doesn't get like a sauna. But we live in a world that I really believe you learn from experience. And if you experience something, you can experience. How about that? Is that too deep for a Homebrew Wednesday? Hey, I don't know. I'm a firm believer in trying stuff. If it doesn't work, think, why didn't it work? Then you can change it next time. Yeah, you can read everything. You can read as many books as you can. You can watch as many YouTube videos as you can. But until you actually try doing something for real, you're not going to learn. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I've been rambling on and on. Oh, yeah, new camera. Hopefully, I'm going to try and do some editing to my vids as well. So, with the cider, that one's going to be an edited video. We're going to see how that turns out. Fingers crossed it looks good. I hope you can see that this camera that I'm using now gives a nice picture, a nice cleaner picture. Got a much bigger lens on it, so it's grabbing lots of light. I'm thinking light was my main problem before. So I've got these energy saving bulbs in, because the fucking Sainsbury's don't sell normal light bulbs anymore. You have to buy energy saving ones. And I really hate them. I don't think they're that great after all. Anyway, been my pleasure. Please stick with me. Please click the like button down here. Where is it? Here, down there. Yeah, click like. Check out some of my own, my other videos. I've got a few more subscribers lately, and I'm really pants at answering everyone's subscribing requestings. But thank you to you all. If you've only just newly subscribed, you really done me loads of favours and made me smile. So I'm really happy that I've got a bit of fresh blood watching my vids. Guys, it can only get better. Stick with me, it will get better. Get a handling on this editing stuff. Check out my back catalogue. I mean, the content's good, just looks a bit pants because of the cameras. Anyway, guys, see you later. Take care. 17 to the machine.